interfere with my investigations. I can only assume.
Hello, DDP Yoga Warriors. It's Tenacious T. Travis Roberts, the place to be, calling at you live from Silver Bullet Station in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with another face-to-face with the Midwest Strong. So I'm just doing, since DDP Radio is having some issues this evening, I just got done chatting with Robert McLaren. He's on the road, actually heading up to the DDP Yoga Performance Center Megaplex for some of the grand opening activities up there. Lots of exciting things happening in Smyrna, Georgia this week. Quite a few people I know have gone up there or gone down there, up there on north, directions. It's one of those geography things, right? No, it's but I got there's a lot of people I know that are going down there, as you've probably seen in the DDP Yoga Facebook pages, postings that they are reshooting those videos, those DDP Yoga videos. So, there's going to be newer versions of the same energy, fat burner, stand up, all those great workouts that you've been rocking for the, whether you're brand new or been with DDP Yoga for many years down the road. It's going to be a new game, and also getting ready for the DDP Yoga app, which is scheduled right now, according to everybody I've talked to, is scheduled to come out on Black Friday. So that DDP Yoga app is going to be something special. If you get a chance to take advantage of that, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to have a lot to it. It's going to, be a new dimension in helping you own this day and own your workout as much as you can. So be on the watch out for that. So I'm not going to do a whole lot here right at the moment, but I'm just doing a little bit, trying to fill the gap a little bit with since DDP Radio's having some issues at this point. I'm sure they're going to figure it out. They're going to be back next week with another great community show, lots of great guests, and lots of people to inspire and motivate and help you along the way. So I'm going to go through right now, and I'm just going to, since you usually go through some of the appearances and some of the things that are coming up, I'm going to do the same thing here. So right now, if you're in Smyrna, Georgia, or if you're in the Atlanta area, they're going to be showing on Mondays and Tuesdays. They are going to be showing the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts in Atlanta, according to the schedule, on the next week, Monday and Tuesday. So if you're in the area and you get a chance, get your tickets right now and check out what's everybody has said is a truly monumental and great feature documentary to see the journey that Dallas has taken with Jake Roberts, Scott Hall, and everybody in between that's been involved with bringing Jake up from where he was, being in Texas and kind of second chance and a second chance to where he's at right now. And everything I've seen out of Jake here, he is awesome. And if you remember him from the 80s, like I have, like I do, you can't picture him as anything but awesome. But again, this video, if you've watched the Beyond the Mat videos and whatever else, gives you a little bit of a different view. And this is going to be a nice movie on showing you that rise back up into something truly awe-inspiring and special. So there's that going on. Then October, we're going to actually come up here. There's going to be the second DDP Yoga Retreat Extravaganza in Mexico. So that is happening on October 16th to the 22nd. So if you have a chance to go to that, that's also one of those mecca moments there, one of those, special events, some of those places to be that truly everyone has gone to these that I've talked to. They are in awe. They talk about it for years and years to come as an all-inclusive resort. Everything's taken care of there for you. I don't know if I haven't looked here to see whether or not there's still spaces left, but there is. Check it out. If not, plan for next year. They're going to do a couple, as far as I know, they're going to do, just like this year, they're going to do a couple of these retreats again in 2016. Keep on point, keep tuned in for that, because that's going to be one of those things there that's going to be rocking. Now, I thought that I also saw, by the way, there was also something, and I'm not seeing it on the site right now, and if somebody can correct me, that's cool. The October 2nd and 3rd, there was supposed to be kind of a Vegas weekend at the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas. There's going to be like a Friday, Saturday sort of deal, workouts and food stuff and everything there. I don't know if that's still happening or not, but so like I said, if somebody knows about that, hey, shout out or whatever else, or I'm sure you'll hear it down the road. Then October 23rd, Dallas will be in ChillerCon in New Jersey. So that's 23rd to the 25th of October. Been talking all day. What do you want? And then just going down the list in January 8th and 9th, there is going to be the DDP Yoga workshop in New York at the Pure Yoga Studios. From everything I've heard there from last year, there was a great crowd last year. Hopefully this year, Dallas is able to do that with his real busy schedule. Hopefully does not get sick again and does a repeat of the voice issues that he had last year. So Dallas, stay healthy, my man. Please, let's not go get all choked up on stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So then January 10th, there is also just in that form, just like last year, he's going to hop over from New York. He's going to hit to Rhode Island for the Athena's Home Novelties event. And then Newport, Rhode Island. That's going to happen on January the 10th. Then we skip to January 23rd, where he is going to be in Orlando, hosted by One Live Sports. And that's going to be the 23rd in Orlando, Florida. And this is all on the website, by the way. If you go to ddpyoga.com and go to the appearances section, you'll see all this information I'm just putting out to you there. And in February, the last thing showing up here right now is the DDP Yoga Workshop in Maryland at the MedLife Institute in Timonium, Maryland. So if you're in the Timonium area or you're in Maryland and you get a chance to go to any of if you're in anything close to where Dallas is at for these workshops, if you don't get a chance to go to the Performance Center like a lot of people are right now for the grand opening, go to one of these event weekends, or if it's 1 day, 2 days, few hours, it doesn't matter. You're going to get your money's worth and then some with the inspiring stories that Dallas tells, the great workout that you do, and the advice, and then the afterwards. The afterwards is special too, because you'll get to see Dallas and Brenda and everybody he brings along in these workouts there. You get to also touch base with a lot of people that have been with DDP for a while, along with seeing some of the newer faces that are just starting their journey. That's important too. So it's really good. You really get that live DDP Yoga family experience. And it really says something about what DDP Yoga is all about. It's not just a workout, it's a lifestyle. And it's just something that's just beyond just your normal, hey, I'm going to sweat a lot, lose weight sort of program. There's a lot more to it. So if you're just starting your journey here, if you see all the chitter chatter on Facebook or on the Team DDP Yoga page, let's not forget going to Team DDP Yoga. If you're just starting your journey right now, please go to teamddpyoga.com, get your 6 pictures going, and start your journey and connect with people, because there are all sorts of people on that site that are in various stages of their journey, and they're really great people to work with there. Just like my show last night when I talked to Farron Tebow, I talked a little bit about this. I went to that site and I happened to meet a few people that were also just starting their journey, or started their journey a little bit earlier than I did. By the name of, I don't know if you heard of these people or not, Christina Russell and Liz Collins, who have become, as I've termed them, the hardcore sisters. So and you see where they come to go. So hey, you know what? And they all started somewhere. They all started just like you are, just from where you're at, and they, put a lot of heart, a lot of sweat, a lot of work into what they're doing. A lot of falling down, a lot of getting back up again. And that's what it takes to make this program work. It's not your 30, 60, 90-day program, kids. It is something, it's, as Yoga Doc always says, and I quote him a lot for saying this, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's not going to, you have 1 or 2 days that are bad. You know what? You pick yourself back up again. And what I always say is own this day. Because if you own this day, my friends, you will own your life. But it's a day-to-day effort. You don't just do it one day and then take the next day off. Without some sort of plan, without the willingness to get back up and keep moving forward. That's what DDP Yoga for me is all about. And so I've, going through kind of some of the Facebook pages there, I've been looking at some of the stuff there. And some people, they're doing great. I see a lot of people, are, doing their, having some great recipes. I'm on the Team DDP Yoga Facebook page right now. And, there are some people, they are, just in the process. They are starting to get their groove on there. I just have to be looking at one from Randy Moyer right now. He's still can't get my binge eating down now. So, and Randy's been doing this for a while. And I've talked with him a little bit. He's been doing this for a little bit, and he struggles just like I do. Everybody's got something to work on to get better at. No matter how long you have been on this journey, there's always someplace to go, and there's always something to work for. So don't get discouraged. I'm going to reach out to you, Randy, if you're watching this, or if you do watch this here, don't get discouraged, man. I know. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to try to keep that under control. It's chipping away at it little bits at a time. If you fall down, get back up again. I was listening to Choosing to Change. I'm going to put over another great DDP Yoga instructor here for just a second, Noam Bobbitt, who has the Choosing to Change podcast. I was just listening to some of his talk with Stevie Richards or Michael Manna, whichever one you decide to follow him by. And, he talks about, if you have a chance to download that Choosing to Change podcast, download and listen to that, because he talks about how he's an introvert and he's fallen down and he's got struggles like everybody else does. He's in his 40s. He's got he's got a little bit of ab stuff to work on there. And you look at pictures of him like, him? Really? Hey, you know what? there are some places that he struggles with and he is working on just like everybody else is. So take heart in the fact that, hey, there's always someplace to go. And if you keep working at it and keep doing it, you will get where you need to go. You will on this day. So, like I said, just kind of going through here and just looking through some of the videos. Everybody looks like they're doing great so far, doing their doing their DDP yoga. See some black crows on there. See some different stuff going on there. And and that's great. If you're into doing the harder stuff, the black crows, the roundhouse kicks, the wrap and burn, the purr to paradise, and whatever the case is there, you know what? That's great. I'm glad you're able to do that. But don't knock nailing down a good forward fold or a good engaged catcher to thunderbolt, or even going into touchdown and doing touchdown side bends like in stand up. And this whole, where you hold the stand up there and then you hold the one wrist and you're leaning over like that. I did that with my live. I tried that a little bit with my live class yesterday, and that in itself is tough for some people. So it's the little things that you take for granted that you have to, work on the small things. And if you work on the small things, the bigger things will come. The bigger things will happen for you. You just have to allow yourself the patience and the time and to be able to work and keep moving forward. 1 inch at a time, 1 millimeter at a time, one breath at a time. Keep moving forward because you will get there. Look at Nathan Munzel. He's inspiring of it himself. He's been doing diamond cutters in his hospital bed after having having a little health care and everything. So he still wants to keep moving forward, and he's inspiring on so many different levels. And he's lost a lot of weight. He's lost last count was like what, 173, I believe, 178, somewhere in there. So that is a lot. That's some good numbers. And does he have somewhere to go? Sure he does. But man, he has got the drive and the will to move forward and keep pushing for what he wants, no matter where life has put him at that moment. It's that living life at 90%. If you're willing to live life at 90% there, don't let the 10% knock you down. As Sparky, the older host of DDP Radio, if you're an old timer, Eric Sparky Collier, which if you go to, again, double back here to Choosing to Change podcast there, Sparky is also a guest on DDP Radio, so on Choosing to Change podcast. So download that, listen to that. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to, because Sparky is always entertaining and he's always got a good story to tell there. And he's been he's had his ups and downs on his journey as well. But the thing that he said during every DDP Radio podcast, I liked, when the 10% comes a knocking, kick it right in the ass and live life at 90%. And that's what I challenge you to do there, is to make sure you're willing to get back up, kick that 10% in the ass and live life at 90%. So that's it for right now. Like I said, I'm just going to fill a little bit of time there, just something to listen to. Hopefully, if I do this again here, I'll figure out some way to put this out there for people to do some calling in. Maybe get some live discussion going on, answer some questions, do some stuff there, and really kind of make this sort of thing interactive, because that's what I would like to see. It's one thing to be able to hear stuff on a podcast or whatever, but it's another thing to actually see people tell their story face to face and see the emotion and the glint in their eyes as they tell you where they've been and where they'd like to go. That's what I would like to bring to you. So until then, my friends, remember, do your DDP radio, or do your DDP radio, do your DDP radio when it's on. Always do your DDP yoga. Own this day, and you will, my friends, own your life. Bang! See you later. Have a great night.